Good morning and welcome to Thursday, October 22nd. And we're going to start our day in prayer. So let's fold our hands and bow our heads and let's say our prayer. Dear God, keep us safe at work and play. Help us be our best today. Amen. All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to do a little bit of work on pumpkins, and then we are going to read a story, The Shy Scarecrow Goes to School. And if you look at our calendar today, I have crows on there. We're going to learn about crows. So I figured we would talk about a scarecrow because a scarecrow's purpose is to scare away crows. So let's jump right in, boys. All right, so where is the pumpkin? Oops. Where is the pumpkin is the first thing we're going to do. So you're going to need your scissors, and you're going to cut along the dotted lines, and when you're done, you're going to have 6 rectangles. All right, so I'm going to start, and I'll cut it this way. All right, now remember when we're cutting, we're using scissor safety. We are definitely not being silly, because scissors are sharp and scissors can hurt if we don't practice scissor safety. And scissor safety means that we are always holding our scissors down unless we're cutting. So we're holding them like this, so our point's on the bottom. Our circle is for our thumb, our oval is for our fingers, and we're open, close. I never want to see this. We want to always have scissor safety. Okay. So I cut around all the outside of this. Now we're going to get down to business and cut our rectangles out. Okay, and you see I'm just following on the dotted line. Now this is a lot of cutting. This is a lot of work. So take your time. Because like I said, when you're done, you're going to have 6 rectangles. Rectangles, 2 long sides, 2 short sides. That's the shape of the month next month. So you have a heads up. Okay, gotta make sure we throw our trash away. All right, so we have 6 rectangles. So here's our 6 rectangles. Now I gave you a little book like this. It's already cut and there's a staple in it to make our book. So now we're going to have to lay things out because we're going to have to put them in order. They have numbers on the bottom of them. So we need to find number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. The title page of your book does not have a number on it. It says, "Where is pumpkin?" and it says "By." I'm not sure if I filled in your names, but if I didn't, you can go ahead and fill in your names. I'll write my name here. And then this is the cover page. So this is the front of your book. So you're going to take your glue stick and you're going to glue that rectangle right on top the front of your book. Right, and we're going to go through and do the pages in order, and then we'll go back and we're going to use markers or crayons to put the pumpkins in the positions, because it says where our clue is, where is the pumpkin. So is the pumpkin on the top, on the bottom, to the right, to the left? They're the questions that they're going to ask. Okay, so now let's open our book. So you see page 1 right here. It's the back of this. And we're going to look for our number 1. And I'll give you a hint. Our number 1 has a fence on it. And we're going to glue that number 1 right on that next blank page. Okay, so here's the front, the cover. Then we're going to go to our number 1. On this page over here, we're going to glue our number 2. And our number 2 hint is meow. So what do you think is going to be on our number 2 page? It's going to be a kitten or a cat. And you can see the number 2 right here. So here's your number 1 and your number 2. Flip to the next page. And we're going to look for number 3. And number 3 has leaves are falling, all around, all around. They are falling softly, very, very softly, to the ground, to the ground. So number 3 has a leaf on it, number 3. And we're going to move over, number 4. And number 4 has 2 beautiful sunflowers. Up number 4. We're on number 4, right? Number 1, 2, 3, number 4. Number 4 has 2 beautiful sunflowers. So we're going to put that on there. So again, here's the front. We have number 1 with the fence, number 2 with our kitty cat, number 3 with our leaf, and then number 4 with our 2 beautiful sunflowers. And our last page is going to be number 5, and he has got a pumpkin in his arms. It says the pumpkin is in my arms. If you don't want to do the back of the pages, guys, and you just want to do this side of the pages, so these are on separate pages, you can, because you have plenty of room, you have pages left. It's however you want to do it, but you need to do it in order. You need to look at the number and do it in order. All right, so then we're not going to color now. We're not going to color all our pictures in, but we are going to read where the pumpkin is, and we're going to put our pumpkin on that place. So if we look at number 1, it says the pumpkin is on the fence. So should the pumpkin go here or here or here? The pumpkin is on the fence. All right, so I would say that our pumpkin should go up here. And we're going to draw our pumpkin. And again, if you remember from yesterday's lesson, pumpkins can be all different colors. So the pumpkin is on the fence. If we look at our kitty, it says the pumpkin is beside the cat. So where is that pumpkin going to go if it's beside the cat? All right, and then we're going to take our crayon or marker, whatever you're using, and we're going to put that pumpkin beside the cat. What's another way to say it's beside the cat? It's next to the cat, right? Beside the cat. All right, let's scoot over to number 3. The pumpkin is under the leaf. So we know that over, and then under. So the pumpkin is under the leaf. And you know what? I'm going to make my pumpkin blue, because I thought that was so cool that there's such thing as blue pumpkins. All right, and the pumpkin is under the leaf. We'll scoot on over to number 4 and our 2 beautiful sunflowers. And this one says the pumpkin is between the flowers. It's between the flowers. So where would you put your pumpkin if it was between the flowers? I'm going to put where I think it goes, and then you show me where you think it goes, and we'll see if we're right. So I put it in between the 2 flowers. So it's in the middle of the 2 flowers. Okay, and our last page, the pumpkin is in my arms. So we're going to have to make a big pumpkin that's in his arms that he's holding, which is kind of tough, guys, but you're super duper good at this. So I'm going to put my stem kind of on the side so it's not in his face. But he's holding the pumpkin. It's in his arms. It's in his arms. In my arms. All right, so when it's your coloring time, then you can go back and you can start with the front of your book, and you can start coloring. Okay, and you can color in the fence, make the cat any color you want, maybe the colors of your cats. You can make the leaves a beautiful fall color, or sunflowers. You know what sunflowers look like. Yellows and oranges and different colors. And then you can color our friend in. All right, so that is your pumpkin book. The next thing we have to do is this worksheet right here. And it's going to be more cutting. I know I'm giving you a lot of cutting today. So we take our time, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut all these pieces out, cut along the line, and you're going to get all different size pumpkins. And then when you're done cutting, you're going to have 5 pumpkins, and I'm asking you to start with the smallest pumpkin and work your way down to the largest pumpkin. So here's our little, this is like a sugar baby size, and then we're going to keep going. It's getting a little bigger, it's getting a little bigger, and then we've gone to our biggest pumpkin. So we're going to cut all of these out. So you're going to have 5 pumpkins, and you're going to put them in order from the smallest sugar baby pumpkin all the way down to our big pumpkin that we can make a jack-o'-lantern out of. And as you can see, I have colored them all different colors. This one kind of looks like a stop sign, doesn't it? All different colors. So you can pick out what color you would like to color each pumpkin. But so take our paper, cut them out. You're going to have 5 pieces when everything's cut out, and we're going to put them in order from smallest to largest. All right, so I'm going to put that aside because I know that you do your coloring later, so that can be your coloring project. All right, so Shy Scarecrow goes to school. And we talked about Scarecrow's job is to shoo away those crows so the crows don't eat the corn. Time to get up, the farmer said. You can't scare crows if you're still in bed. Oh no, thought Rags. I don't want to go. I'm much too shy to scare a crow. See all the crows out there? He's just not feeling this. He knows it's his job, but he just doesn't think he can do it. Like all straw children everywhere, Rags had to learn the right way to scare. He just didn't think he could do it. Doesn't he look like he's a little scared, nervous? Maybe just disappointed. Since crows are smart and hard to fool, straw children go to scarecrow school. Look at these guys. They're all up early in the morning catching the bus to scarecrow school. Rags liked to count and to add and subtract. He wanted to learn each and every new fact, like how to tell a crow from a jay and ways to make them fly away. So he liked this part. He liked being in class and learning. Rags learned to tell time by watching the sun and reading cloud pictures. It was so much fun. So there's his teacher, and she's teaching him about the clouds, and he's telling time by the sun. He's using a sundial. He watched as his friends learned to make scary faces and stuff straw in their clothes in all the right places. Look at those silly, scary faces. But when it came time to scare and tell, poor Rags did his best, but he just didn't do well. I think his face is too happy. Crows probably want to be friends with him. Rags, said his teacher, please don't despair. Each scarecrow must find his own way to scare. Oh, he's looking a little down, but look at his teacher. She's telling him, it's okay, bud. We're going to figure this out. So Rags kept his chin up and he tried not to mope. He worked very hard and he never gave up hope. Doing a little bit of stretching with those guys. In art class, Rags usually made bright, cheery things, but this time he made a blue monster with wings. It had a big beak and bright, shiny scales, a tinfoil tail, and a sharp, scary nail. Ooh, I don't know about this guy. As Rags walked home through the fields of corn rows, he heard a flock of rude, noisy crows. They swooped and they chattered. They were having a race. Rag used his blue monster to cover his face. Caw, caw, cried the crows. You can't scare us. Then they saw that blue beast, and that started a fuss. In a minute, the crows had flown off in a fright. Rags looked around. There was not one in sight. Rags laughed out loud, and he started to run. Who knew that scaring crows could be so much fun? So look at that mask that he created in art, and he ended up finding his way to scare those crows away. So I guess that we should think never give up. Like his teacher said, keep trying, because maybe it's a different way that you do it, but you're still going to do it, and it's still going to be just as good. So Rags never gave up. That was a fun story. We see crows around here all the time, don't we? And can you make that sound? Caw, caw. That's how they talk to each other. Okay, children. So a lot of cutting, a lot of coloring today. Do your best work, and we will chit-chat tomorrow on Friday. Can you believe it? These weeks are flying by. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.